5 seconds remaining.
Okay. This is the first in-house I've cast of the new patch. I have played a few games myself, but not very many. I think I played Tidehunter and I played Dawnbreaker. Hello, Oliver.
Hello, Jerome.
So, have you played a lot of this patch?
About 5 or 6 games.
Okay, I played Dawnbreaker and I quite like the Aghanims. And I played Tidehunter and I very much enjoyed the new Tide, that extra mana regen in the early game. And the Anchor Smash talent at 25 was hilarious. Because if you've got, I went AC because our team needed one, but then it doubled up as just absolutely wailing on people.
Did you go Manta?
No, I built normally otherwise. Like I had Soul Ring, Phase Boots, Blink, Pipe, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I've seen the patch 7.30b. I've seen very small nerfs to Slark, Silencer. Who else got little tap?
Helm of a Dom.
Yes, Lycan, Helm of the Dominator, Silver Edge. There was a tiny buff to Broodmother, but she's still pretty rubbish as far as I know. I heard Lycan is broken this patch because Helm of the Dominator 2 is so good.
It's just a zoo patch.
Yeah, I saw Reddit talking about Zoo, but my understanding of Zoo is that you have to win quite quickly, and as soon as the team have the ability to clear the Zoo, you have nothing.
Yeah.
But I see the Zoo still being banned.
But with the Helm of a Dominator 2, it's very hard to clear the Zoo.
Until you've got high damage. So I've heard that Sven's become quite popular because he now has 100% cleave and quicker cast point on his Stormhammer. So he can stun the Zoo and cleave it down with God's Strength and hopefully kill it.
Sounds like Animal Massacre here.
Yeah, it is. Who can kill the
Killing a
animal?
whole zoo.
I guess Enchantress can steal some of the Zoo, but can't take the Helm of the Dominator 2, or can she?
I feel like she can, unless it's an ancient. I don't know, does it work on ancients?
I don't think Enchant works on Ancient Starter talent, but I'm not sure. Keeper of the Light, I've heard he's a lot better now, but I don't fully understand his change. Can you explain it to me? His, like, what's made him so good?
10 seconds remaining.
Well, from what I remember,
5 seconds remaining.
his Q now takes 3 seconds to channel to max damage at all levels.
Right.
But I guess it's just good versus the zoo, right?
Okay, so
it kills all the creeps.
it always takes 3 seconds, but the amount of damage that you do after 3 seconds is different. So 225 at level 1 and 525 at max level, but it's always 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's no longer 100 more damage a second, it's just 3 seconds then full damage, but obviously a percentage in between.
So there's a nerf at lower levels, but a buff at higher levels.
Got it, okay.
And also, his Chakra Magic was reduced cooldown, I think.
10 seconds remaining.
Right, okay, so he can do a full wave in 3 seconds, which used to be 5.
Remaining.
Yep.
Cottle and 4 null talismans inbound. Yes, I saw a screenshot from Karen at some point about that, which I thought was interesting. But anyway, we'll have to
Seems
see.
strong. Like we said, something which can clear the zoo.
Okay, I'm trying to think of all the buffs. Witch Doctor had some damage changes to Cask, but I can't remember what else happened to Witch Doctor. I know Mars had his spear cooldown reduced, but I think they increased the cooldown of the arena at higher levels because it was ridiculous having a 60-second ultimate as powerful as Mars' one.
10 seconds remaining.
I think Witch Doctor bounced was more damage.
Remaining.
Higher ranks, is it? Maybe?
No, but more bounces it has, maybe?
Was it? Okay, I'm not entirely sure. Okay. I mean, Witch Doctor's still pretty
But
solid.
also a good zoo hero because the stun lasts for 4 seconds on heroes.
Oh, creeps, yeah. I remember Witch Doctor's stun does last longer on creeps. You throw it into a Chen stack, all his creeps are stunned.
Yeah.
Damage nerfed, higher damage each bounce. Okay, it's only eating pudding, probably. I've just had my pudding, so I always have it.
Just eating dinner.
Normal dinner. Normal dinner. No
dinner.
pudding yet. No pudding yet.
That'll come later.
Yeah.
Radiant team back.
Okay, so I see a ban to Lifestealer. That's interesting. I don't know what happened to that hero. They changed his scepter a little bit. But I'm not sure if he got tweaked. I think he lost 5 move speed, actually.
Yeah, but he lost move speed, but there's a talent for his Q which makes him faster
Makes him faster than
Rage.
before.
in rage.
Radiant
10%.
What did it used to be? Oh, okay. Instead of 20 flat move speed, it's 10% in rage, which ends up being more in rage, but less normally. Okay, Lina. Now, I think Lina was quite good prior to the patch. Actually, got a small buff to base attack damage by 2, which is nice. But the fiery soul attack speed got reduced by 10 per stack at all ranks.
That make him a better midder?
Well, 2 base damage is always nice. I mean, her aim is to harass people early game. 10 attack speed, that's 30 attack speed maximum.
10 seconds
Lost, so it's not really a
Team
big deal.
back.
So Lina's barely changed at all. Just going to have a look at the other changes. So Mars talents were changed a lot. I really like the direction they moved the talents. I think I've said this on cast before, but I want more of the talents to be about the hero's abilities and less just giving them free stats. And they've done exactly that, so I'm really happy with that. Those sets of changes.
Dire team pick.
And Nyx Assassin, still a good pick at high rank. I think Nyx got a few nerfs. Yeah, lost 1 strength and 1 agi base. Lost 0.5 health regen base. And lost a bit of regen when using the Aghanim Scepter. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same hero, just tiny nerf to base
10
stats.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, what do we think here? An annoyance for
5
Kotal or not?
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think so. Nyx makes a lot of sense against Kotal because you can Carapace the way, that's 525 reflected damage. Kotal and Lina are squishy int heroes, so Nyx can kill them pretty fast, even without too many items.
Yeah,
So-
but technically he charges it, he lets it go. And as long as he's not on 300 health, he can heal it with Tranquils or something.
Well, you don't take any damage if you Carapace it. Oh, I mean, Keeper of the Light's gonna heal himself back up if he's far enough away.
Yeah.
I mean, if Keeper of the Light isn't in his ultimate,
Dire
he's
team
gonna,
pick.
be quite close to Nyx when he's casting it. Okay, I'm dying. That's a hero who received quite a significant buff to Soul Rip in the early game. It goes down 15 mana cost, 10-5-0.
Team pick.
So it's cheaper in the early game, and they buffed Flesh Golem a little bit too. Luna,
10-5-0.
it's 15 mana cheaper at level 1, 10 mana cheaper at level 2, 5 mana cheaper at level 3, and it's the same cost at level 4. Luna was obviously the main core. Lucent Beam got a longer cooldown, and the Shard was nerfed a little bit, but also Moonglave's
10
bouncing
seconds remaining.
is 6% worse per bounce at every rank. They also changed some of
5
her
seconds remaining.
talents. They removed her attack speed talent, her move speed talent, her all stats talent, and her lifesteal talent. So they've removed quite a lot of just raw stats, which help her farm the jungle. But she's still good. There's nothing which has made Luna terrible. Most of her kit is pretty much unchanged.
And especially for the kind of what's it called, Lucent Beam build, where you would just Lucent Beam and the glaives would kill. That hasn't really been nerfed.
A little
feel like.
bit, But I mean, the Shard
All the
fired
talents
2
would be-
glaives, right? The Shard fired some glaives when you cast Lucent Beam. The range
Yeah.
at which it will look for people is smaller.
Ranger at your
Wind
service.
Ranger, interesting hero, got some changes. They removed a lot of flat cooldown reduction talents. I think every hero in the game lost them, actually. So Wind Ranger now has a new Shard, which gives her that weird sort of wind tunnel effect. They've also removed the attack range talent, which I didn't like anyway on her, but replaced it with Wind Run Undispellable. And they've replaced her cooldown reduction with any focus fire kill advances the cooldown by 20 seconds on the ability. So maybe a slight nerf at level 25 and 50. She's basically the same. Just having a look at the drafts overall, we're still
10
missing
seconds remaining.
some cores, I think. Unless Wind Ranger's maybe mid. Maybe Wind Ranger mid means we're missing Pos 1 for the Radiant and Pos 2 for the Dire, unless it's Kotal mid, which it may be, than Dying and Lina. But I heard Undying 3 is now popular.
Lina mid, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, Lina could be mid. Bit of extra base damage.
But
Always
not
nice.
great versus Nyx, I guess.
10 seconds remaining.
That'll be Nyx mid, though.
So, I just meant in
5
general.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I guess you think Alina core, putting yourself at risk for being killed by Nyx pretty quickly. BKB is needed by both heroes, well, both teams this game. Mars, Nyx, Wind Ranger, Witch Doctor. That's scary down at BKB, but so is being hit by Kotal and Luna ult and Lina's damage. So yeah, BKB is very much needed. A lot of cores being banned. Gyro, Spectre, Medusa Juggernaut, Faceless Void, Slark, Morphling, Night Stalker. Lots of right-clicking cores completely gone.
One tanky mid. I'm thinking maybe like a tiny or something. DK potentially, if it's not banned.
DK
Just
did get a bit of a
because
nerf.
Nyx does well against int heroes.
10
That's true.
seconds remaining.
DK won't really care too much about Nyx. Still has a long stun. It's just less long
5
than it
seconds
always
remaining.
has been.
Yeah.
But it's spent almost the entire of Dota at 3.25 seconds. I'm surprised it took this long to get it nerfed by a little bit.
I feel like Undying isn't massively tanky. It takes a while before he does get to that level.
Well, early game is tanky because he steals 8 strength at a time and you're not going to be able to kill him. And then if he doesn't keep up with his items, mid-game he can be very squishy. Or if he's ahead, he can be quite tanky. They've gone for Ogre. Now, Ogre had some interesting changes. And I don't know where they're going to be running this Ogre. I got an interesting lineup, but he actually lost some strength game by 0.2. But they buffed the damage on Fire Blast, which obviously buffs the multicast damage and his early game potential. They really reduced the mana cost on Ignite, so now he is so much stronger in lane. But then they did nerf Unrefined Fire Blast and his level 20 talent, which buffs Bloodlust. So some nerfs overall, but they've just buffed his damage abilities.
Ignite is such an annoying spell.
It's very annoying, and now it is very cheap. I don't know if anyone remembers this. This is a big throwback. Multicast used to increase the mana cost of Ignite, or the mana cost of Fire Blast, one of those two. Just having the ability leveled used to make Fire Blast cost more mana, but then they removed that as a nice buff to him, since his int gain is so terrible. But I guess it's attack speed for Luna, always a good thing. You can Keep of Light can spam mana to Undying or Luna, giving them more spammable spells, or even to Ogre Magi, who can then spam more Ignites and more Fire Blast. They've got enough stun coming out from Ogre, and I guess Ogre lean a little bit of Luna, not tons of stun. Radiant have loads of stun, on the other hand. Bit worried for Dire's team actually, but I think they've got potential.
Maybe a DK or something could have been quite nice.
Yeah, I like your suggestion of DK, just because it's a blink stun, it's guaranteed. He's still a tanky hero. Yes, he got nerfed, the Aghanim's got nerfed on him, and so did his shard. It got changed actually, I don't know if it's a strict nerf. Anyway, final pick is coming out. It is Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage got a 0.3 increase in his strength gain and some talent changes, but otherwise I'm not sure if Anti-Mage is any better than before. Maybe very slightly, but he was in a very terrible place. I think he'll have a good game here. He could easily reflect anything Ogre sends his way, because Ogre has massive animations. He can murder Keep of the Light and Lina. Nyx burns their mana, and then that's already setting up for Mana Void. Burning the mana from Undying definitely does well against him in the early game. Can he fight a Luna? Probably, if he has more farm. Or at least he can run away if Luna starts ulting. It also has tons of built-in magic resist, which is very useful against clips. Yeah, I quite like the anti-mage here. I don't think the Dire have a lot of ways to catch him. I mean, they've just got Ogre Stun and hopefully Lina landing a Light Strike Array. There's no other way of stopping the anti-mage. So
True.
cool.
I have a feeling though, it's not going to stand up to the Luna.
Maybe. I need to turn my game down. I remember I turned it up loads. Well, Luna has one farming advantage, which is that Glaives is just a skilled ability rather than needing a Battle Fury. Okay.
For battle.
So the last patch, there was definitely a preference towards heroes who could farm with abilities without having to need Battle Fury. So Terrorblade, who had illusions, Luna, who had glaives, Sven, who had, well, Sven wasn't particularly good, but you get the idea. And heroes who needed to farm a Battle Fury were less popular, but obviously Anti-Mage is not really a hero without Battle Fury. I mean, you can play him, I suppose, but 99% of POS 1 Anti-Mage builds need one, so we'll see if he can get the Battle Fury in a reasonable time before Luna's already farming quad-stacked Ancients.
Do you remember the $1 Million Dream Color?
We've got some channel points, we've got some betters in chat. It's nice to see. Remember to throw me your Prime sub, guys. You still got it lingering. Ooh, bit of an invade. Very early invade. I don't think the Radiant realised. Yep, Radiant don't see them. Now they see them. Might be a little bit too late. Lucicadu's trying to run. Throws out the cask. Nice stuns from the cask. I think Lucicadu's going to be okay, but will Tim be fine? Yeah, I think Tim's in not too much trouble. Power Shot goes through just hitting JCA. Illuminate will not land, but it's a very pretty horse. That's good. Ooh, will Veteran? Veteran has boots. I was going to say, will he get the bounty? But look how fast he is. Easily. I think that's 2 bounties per team. Back on a neutral star. But look what Bay has done to Somewhat. This is so good against Undying. Yes, he took some slaps in the face from a very tanky strength hero. But Somewhat has absolutely no mana. Oh, it doesn't hit. Illuminate misses again. So Bay is going to have to use his tangos to heal up some of the harassment, but somewhat has not only lost half his mana, half his HP, all of his mana, all 400 of his base mana. Which is not what you really want to deal with when you're an Undying. And we have a POS 3, Keeper of the Light, who started with a Windlace, trying to shut down an anti-mage. I guess what he can do is he can chakra magic. POS 3, what did I say?
You said POS 3, Keeper of the Light.
Oh, it's POS 3 Undying.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, now Undying did get a stealthy buff. Decay now does double damage to creeps. They didn't tell anyone about that, but it has been buffed.
How do you know?
I saw it on Reddit. Someone made a Reddit post about it.
Nice, that's a big buff actually.
Yeah. I mean, if you level up and Decay, a lot of people leave at rank 1 anyway. You can farm ancient stacks with a tombstone. In fact, you can farm the ancient stacks and the camp, massive stacks, with 1 tombstone. But if you do max out Decay, it could do 220 damage to creeps. Yeah, I've heard offlane Undying has some potential, but I think Bay is going to have a really good lane here because until Chakra Magic comes up, Somewhat is going to have absolutely no mana. He does have a lot of damage stolen, 12 strength. And Anti-Mage has pretty low strength gain. Probably not the lowest in the game after the change, but still one of the lowest. Royd's putting a lot of pay onto that. These redheads going at it in the mid lane. Oh, big power shot. Royd's is low, having to scoff that bottle charge. A bottle got nerfed again, didn't it? Only by 5 per charge. But it wasn't nerfed.
Yeah, it is a bit annoying in mid when you're doing well and then the enemy just bottles up. You know?
Well, bottle is now costing more and more money just for regen. Like you're paying 670 gold it is, I think, or around that amount. Let me just confirm that. Was it 670? 675 gold just for regen. And the regen keeps getting less and less and less. It makes you think more heroes might start to think, nah, I don't need bottle. But with the runes coming at 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and 4 minutes, I don't know. I feel like bottle is still going to be good on many heroes. Well, you know, Undying's old shard used to create zombies when you hit Decay. But I suppose if you can get melee on top, melee range and keep smashing someone with the flesh golem, that's actually better. But have a look at this on this anti-mage. 17 last hits. He's not really struggling that much. Already got a ring of health on the anti-mage, and he's holding a salve. He even put a point in counterspell early on to reduce some of that damage coming from the Keeper of the Light. So I think Bay's in a really good position. Let's have a look at Tim. Playing his famous Mars, the God of War. Luna also farming quite well. Some changes to Luna, but nothing that really affects her early game too much. It only affects her a little bit when she starts to go for Moonglaves. Now her level 10 talent is Moonglaive damage reduction is less, or back to what it used to be. Actually slightly better than it used to be by 2%, but you don't get a load of free attack speed from a talent instead.
It'd be interesting to see global Lunar Blessing, though.
I like the idea behind it. It means Luna maybe can be, it doesn't have to be a POS 1. I think 100 Lucent Beam damage is just going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
Because Global Lunar Blessing does nothing for herself. It does give your whole team night vision. Oh no, only she gets the night vision. It does give them all 35 damage, which then gets buffed. You can give your whole team 70 damage. Maybe POS4 Luna makes a comeback, but I missed it. Someone got the kill. First blood on Luskadu. Behind the tower, they used the tombstone. And Bay says, well, I don't care if my support dies. I'm here to farm anyway. Didn't care about his life, but Somewhat is happy. Managed to get a kill on the hero. And they've got 2 ranks of Chakra Magic. Double Decay as well. Look, 2 points Decay. I thought the buffs to Soul Rip would mean that you'd be using Soul Rip more in the low levels, because it's so cheap on mana cost, but no, apparently you just max Decay, use it for last hitting. Anti-Mage has minus 12 strength. So, it can take quite a lot of damage if it gets hit by an Illuminate. It's nice to see the new strats.
I think Somewhat would be good for Somewhat to ferry out some mangoes, just to keep up the harass. I'm not sure how the new Undying's played, but if you fall off...
20 strength! He's got 1,180 health. Anti-Mage has 360 HP. Now 480. Me just right-click the man. He's going to basically get one shot. Somewhat, you've got triple his HP.
There you go.
Look at Bay taking damage there. Oh no, he blinked in. That's going to be his demise. Do they have mana? No, we don't have mana for the Decay. Mana Decay. No, cancelled the Salve. But But he may die to... Yes, he dies to the Maledict. This could do. Gonna get hit by the wave. Not gonna be enough damage, and Bay is just gonna heal back slowly. His South was counter, but they got the kill. And Bay still on top of this, yes, but mid lane, it looks like Nat is pretty close to Roids in terms of the farm. It's the power of the focus fire versus just being hit in the face by a Laguna Blade. Roids is already sending out his first set of items. Null Talisman, Clarity, Boots. Whereas Nat, did Nat rush a Javelin? He usually does. No, he did not this game.
He got a range up.
Good against Lina.
Sure.
And a regen rune stolen by Veteran. So neither mid hero gets a rune. Because Veteran has just pinched it. I like that. Like to see him roaming around. That means he's left Tim alone, but Tim doesn't seem too scared. He's still being able to farm. It's somewhat who's struggling with farm at the moment, playing this support Undying. The player cams. Yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea. Get the player cams going. Thanks for that. That's what I get for not having done this for like a week. Already forgot about all the player cams. Yes, let's go to some player cams. Just giving them a 6 minute break, obviously. Oh, we've got a nice bit of a gank here. We've got the shackle shot followed up. Focus fire. Oh, Light Strike Array does land. Really, really well placed by Roids. But they're diving him. He's low. Power shot. No, not the right direction. Roids got away with just a very patiently cast Light Strike Array, even though it was a shackle into an impale. Well done, Roids. Bot lane, a little bit of an engage, but Bay has to be careful because despite having Ring of Health, he is taking so much damage in this lane. I mean, look at his health. He almost got killed. Very close to landing. It's only rank 1 Illuminate, though. Looks like you don't level up the spell first. But Arena is dropped here, but so was Eclipse. Tim is low. Is Jack going to get away? Yes, he is, because he's a very fast hero and he's got the full treads already. So Tim will escape. But then so will Jack. Jack's taking the call to just TP straight back to base. But he's such a fast hero, he will run back. Whereas Tim, he had a Manga and he had a Salve, so he's going to remain. Bot lane, it's like Bay was very close to dying, but then got enough damage with the Mana Void, and that also TP'd in. There's going to be another kill for the Radiant. 1-0-2 on Bay. He's actually been in all 3 kills that have happened on his team. That is a very nice start for the Anti-Mage. He actually bought the Claymore first. I mean, after the Ring of Health, didn't finish the Perseverance, not really needed. Didn't go for Broadsword, instant Claymore, plus 20 damage. It's going to be very nice for last hitting and just harassing in lane. Also deciding to max out Blink, which I think is the correct decision. And now somewhat already losing a bit of mana. What would you take at level 10 on Anti-Mage? Because I'm thinking 9 strength is better. Oh, look at the stun! The bounce goes back again. Somewhat, he does give a big heal on himself. But he gets right-clicked a lot by Luskadu. Tries to get a bit of strength stolen. And somewhat, he's unfortunately going to go down to the Maledict. That's going to happen off-screen. As Bay, level 7 Anti-Mage. With the Blink Dagger, Roids, though, will pick up the support kill. Using the Laguna Blade.
I don't know, it's a hard one because -1 Blink cooldown can help you farm a lot faster.
That is true. From 6 to 5, that's very useful and even more mobility. But 9 strength does stop being, you being bursted.
It's a hard decision to make early game, I think.
I guess it depends if there's heroes who can burst you. Is he in danger of being burst? Undying can't burst him. Kotlina, not enough burst to kill an anti-mage. Veteran, misses the Impale. Roids is quite a fast hero. Well, not too fast. Didn't have any Fiery Soul, but it's quite hard to land that on a hero who knows it's coming.
Yeah, I don't think, maybe. I think Lina probably could. It'd be nice to see Roids go for, Ags.
Yeah, Ags I think pretty good against Anti-Mage because Anti-Mage has very low health, even with the base health talent. It's not a lot. And a big pure damage to Laguna Blade. You catch the Anti-Mage, he's lost his strength from the Undying. He gets amplified damage from the Flesh Golem of 35%. Hit him smack in the face with a 1000 pure damage. He is going to die. Can we go on Bay? He puts the counter block straight away and then he just walks away. That's it. Nothing else to it. But Roids, he is deleting at the mid tower. Have a look at net worths. Anti-Mage on top, but Lina pretty close behind. Luna already lagging 1000 behind the Anti-Mage, but is starting to farm some stacks. Didn't go full Moonglade build, but does have it now. It's a little bit nerfed from what it was before, but can still take stacks fairly comfortably. And now has a full Mask of Madness. That is going to help the farming speed and the regen. if he doesn't die to the neutrals. Which seems like he might do. No, he realizes actually he needs to kite just a little bit. Bit of a fight going on here. He's trying to go on somewhat. We got the Wish Doctor ult immediately countered by Kinder Surprise somewhat. Healing himself up. Does get the tombstone. Looks like Veteran's in a lot of trouble now. Bay, he's going to try and do what he can. But he gets blinded. So he misses. But he's going to blink away. Again, they have no lockdown. That's the problem. JCA dropping his ult very early. Lusku, he's going to die. You can't kill the anti-mage, but you can get kills on everyone else. Look how fast JCA is when he's got his spirit form up. It's 20% move speed that lasts 40 seconds. Cast range bonus. And it buffs the Illuminate. Makes it heal too. Look at him just running away from that. He is so fast. That's to slow that down. Using the power of Solar Bind. Solar Bind reduces magic resistance. Could be useful against anti-mage. Maybe a Silver Edge. That's a popular item. Bay goes in on Roids. But Roids is so fast when he's got 3 Fiery Souls. In fact, if he just immediately mana voided, we didn't have the mana. But that is... Does anyone notice? This is 11 minutes Battle Fury on the anti-mage. 11 minute 30. That is a ridiculously good timing.
I'm a lot faster than Luna.
Yeah, Luna does have max Moonglaves and does have the Mask of Madness. So is farming very fast. But the anti-mage is going to be able to catch up pretty quickly now. You can farm that 9 strength. Plus, you farm to level 27 faster than you get strength anyway. Yes, you do get high levels very quickly. He's not ancient triple stacked. Good for anti-mage later. See what the other heroes are doing. Have a look at the levels. We've got a couple level 5s, but everyone else has their ultimate. Lina is level 10, highest level in the game. Already Boots of Travel on the Lina. Boots of Travel Yules. I hope Ags does come out, like you said, but BKB is also going to have to happen at some point. 30 damage on Lina, rather than minus 2.5 second dragon save. Nat just runs through with the haste rune. He's in a bit of trouble. Patiently uses the shackle, but just continues to run away in haste. Tombstone is dropped, but it's not going to connect with anyone. Veteran gets the stun. Still not in Tombstone Rage. A bit of a dive going on here. I think Veteran may be the casualty. Does have Spike Carapace up. Yeah, there's Flesh Golem on his face. He's got no chance here. Tim does turn up, but somewhat has stolen so much HP. Nat, no shackle. Landing, but Luce could do chance. Oh, immediately counts by Kinder Surprise. Nat is pretty low. Roids, though, gets speared into the arena. That's going to be a kill from Tim. I think we'll get the last hit. A couple more right clicks, and Luce is dead. JCA just chasing him with the Spirit Form. Blinding Light, a pretty good spell. 100 damage, but also a chance to miss. 40% that goes up to 70% if you take the talent. Big fights at the moment, but what's happening while these big fights are happening is 2 cores farming as fast as they possibly can. Anti-Mage about to finish his treads, and then no doubt we'll go Manta because that's the only way to play Anti-Mage. Or I think I've seen Sanjin Yasha once or twice, but I'm not sure about it really.
Echo Saber.
Echo Saber?
Yeah.
Not Anti-Mage?
Gives you strength. Gives you double hit.
Yeah, I think he hits so fast. You're better off just blinking and mantering. Because the nice shackle. I think the combo of Blink, Abyssal Blade, Manta is just too good. You pretty much kill anybody in the Abyssal Blade stun. And they added some interesting talents to Mana Void. I mean, you can get 0.7 seconds more stun from as low as level 15, and that makes the stun a whole second. He's going in Anti-Mage. Power shot to the face, big damage. Mana Void weakening him so Nat could get the kill. He did go 9 strength on the Anti-Mage actually. So just wanted that security. Knows he's farming plenty fast. Doesn't need even more mobility. Just wants to play it safe and farm. Then will he go for longer Mana Void stun, which can be really nice, or will he go more max mana burn for more damage? We'll see.
We will. I'm interested to see whether...
Oh no, Jack's in trouble. The stun misses though. And Jack, oh, he doesn't get away. Tim has found him. Power shot goes in. Big gank there. He ran away as quickly as he could. But Tim was ready with the arena. Tim making some fantastic plays. I know he's only 0-0-3, but he's had 3 great ults. He did that ult under the Arcane Rune, which is nice. And he's actually already close to his BKB. He's rushing BKB Tim. Wants it ASAP. He usually goes Blink. So it's a bit of a different build for Tim. But he knows he needs it against their team. What does Ags do on Keep of the Light? Seems like you rush it. Ah, Will-O-Wisp again. So still, that does give a bit more disable. That is what their team need. So rushing it, not a bad idea. Well, it's not a stun, but it definitely helps hold people in place in the team fight, right? it kind of acts like a disable. They need something to hold heroes in place, and it does its job. It doesn't stun like the old ult used to. I like that they gave him Keeper of the, Gandalf the White ability back. A lot of Radiant heroes top, a lot of Dire heroes. We start with the Shackle. We're going in on Jack. We don't have Arena. We now have the Arena. Spear comes in, but they do get the Eclipse off in time. Is it going to do enough damage? No, it's not, but Tim is under attack, and so is the Tombstone. A lot of damage coming out. Luskadu just channeling his ult for such a long time. The Tombstone is actually going to go down. They have right-clicked it. So Tim is the sacrificial lamb there for the Radiant team. They pick up the core and the support, so I'd say that's probably worth it. And they've also allowed the anti-mage, who now is just going to continue to farm. But do you know what? I'm really surprised that Royds has actually been farming as fast, if not faster, than the anti-mage this time, just by using Boots of Travel. That's quite impressive.
Sound mana though. We have to note the new Wind Ranger talent, which makes Windrunner undispellable. So Yule's is not going to be
Yes.
as effective.
Yeah, using her while she's windrunning.
Yeah, so you can see that Royds has gone for an MKB here, just to hit her.
So right-click build, Lena. No Aghanims, but, MKB. Maybe Daedalus.
I think actually Dave is probably too farmed for an Ags build from Lena, just because by the time Lena gets it, AM's going to be hard enough to catch. I'm not sure he's going to be able to burst it out.
Unless you go all in on the Kaya. There's a spell amplification talent at 20 as well.
You'd have to get too much because you also need, because your Q and W.
Oh, Royce just going for the kill, but he doesn't realize Veteran is behind him. Look at the damage. Veteran nearly killed Royce all by himself, but Nat will pick up the kill. Now they need to escape, but Luskadu's here. Massive stun, bouncing back and forth. Channel ult again. Luskadu, almost the hero of this game. 444. He's had really good ultimates. I know Kinders tried to cancel him, but that was just a slaughter in the jungle. It did leave Jack S alive, in which he is using that time to just farm. But he is struggling to keep up with this anti-mage, which I think is just somewhat inevitable. Luna does farm fast, but Brigand's Blade, what a good item Brigand's Blade is. Very, very good. I like that item. I think it's maybe a little bit too good on some heroes, especially assassin-y type heroes. It gives very nice stats.
To max damage it does. I guess you got to work out the average damage, right?
Well, if you're going in to sort of snipe someone who's low, it's pretty good. Because it gives 10 damage per... Is it 10 damage per 10% missing or 7 damage per 10% missing? 7 damage per 10% missing. So if they're missing half their health, it's a 45 damage neutral item, which is a very early time to get it. And if they're missing 90% health, then that's 63.
Damage it gives you as well.
Yeah. So imagine hitting 73 damage harder at a tier 2 neutral item when someone's on 10% health remaining. Practically just right-click them once and they're dead. Yeah, good on Wind Ranger, true. Because Wind Ranger is enjoying a massive increase in damage. I know Focus Fire reduces the damage by 40%, but still. Smoke from the Radiant. They're playing aggressive. They found JCA. That's going to be the kill. It does mean that Royds can escape. But Anti-Mage, he's going in. Tries to get a kill on Somewhat. Somewhat does heal himself with the Soul Rep. Anti-Mage just blinks over his head and secures the kill. This is a bit of a runaway AM game.
It is.
When did he die? I don't remember. Did I not catch that?
Did he die?
He has died. I literally don't remember him dying at all.
Probably bug game.
I literally can't remember it, but anyway.
Can't remember either.
He sends back the...
Oh no, he's trapped.
Nah, he's fine.
Dire's middle tower is under
He's
attack. It has no arms to defend itself.
Come for the plus 0.6% mana burn.
Yeah, and he sent back
Minus
the Van
6.
Brace as well to keep the
0.6%
Dragon Scale.
mana burn.
Yeah, it goes up to 4% mana burn. I feel like taking the talent was a mistake though, because you actually get more just from leveling the mana break skill itself. A lot of people do make this mistake where they level up a talent for the skill when actually just maxing the skill instead would be better. Lots of people make the mistake with a level 10 talent, but it's easy to assume that by level 15 the talent is worth it, but it's not always, but it's a very, very minor change. I'm not sure he's going to be too bothered about that.
Yeah, I think you're right. +2 stats would be good on AM now. Oh wait, are you saying that he could have just got mana break?
Mana break, no, yeah. He should have leveled mana break.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But That's another interesting point. Do you just get stats instead of the talent? Sometimes it might not actually be a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel like you're not gonna have trouble killing people, but you may be locked down a little bit. So
Yeah, a bit more strength. Jack is just hiding in the corner, which is not what you want to do when the anti-mage is just free farming. But he's going for Skadi. I'm not sure how much I like Skadi in AM in general, but I know anti-healing is pretty good. And it does give him some lockdown, but I'm more a Basher fan myself.
Yeah, I think Basher.
Because Skadi I don't find is enough to always slow someone. Whereas Basher, once you get the Basher hit, that's it.
They don't actually have any kind of way.
Oh, there's a stun. They're going into the jungle. Again, the power shot, I think, just misses massive heal. Got Tim with the huge spin. Once again, somewhat. It's just being chased to death by Bay. He's going to blink in perfectly on top of his head.
The anti-mage will be pleased when I tell him how pathetic.
This is a very, very farmed anti-mage. Because he's also been involved in a lot of kills. You know he has the most kills on the Radiant team. The Yules from Veteran followed up perfectly with the stun. Massive mana burn. He loses all of his mana, but there is no follow-up yet. Tim does not yet have Blink Dagger. He has the BKB instead. And anti-mage.
Yeah, this Lina is getting a bit whacked by this Nyx.
You predicted it. Lina's doing well, but Veteran by himself. I mean, he's not squishy, the Lina. 1800 HP, but Veteran can just get him to about half, maybe even under that, without any support from his team. This is a Nyx who is not farmed.
It's not only his health, but just losing all that mana.
Yeah, then anti-mage can blink in. Pop mana void.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
400 mana for Laguna.
Yeah, Lina does have an expensive ult. Any ultimate with a low cooldown tends to have high mana cost to compensate, so Skywrath Mage ult has that same treatment. I think one of the most expensive ults, actually, we don't always think about is Shadow Shaman. This ult is very expensive, but I think that's to make Refresher a little bit harder to get early. That had the double damage room, so Radiant are going to take Roche. He's going to go on the anti-mage, so he's even harder to kill now. And he's holding a lot of gold. But Veteran once again gets Lina. Look, half HP by himself, Shackle. Full power shot, couple of right clicks, couple of stuns for good measure. And there you go. That's another kill. 6k gold mounting on the Radiant side. We're 22 minutes in, and I think this anti-mage just run away with the game. And I thought that was going to happen, and the reason why, Dire had absolutely no good lockdown. And they have a bit, but it's very difficult to get AM. If I saw this, I would be rushing some Atoses or some Scythe devices, or just thinking, right, we need to lock this guy down. Who's going to do it and how? But there's no easy way.
Yep.
Radiant, they're finally taking some tier 2 towers. I mean, they've taken one in mid, they're taking one in the top lane. They've got the outpost all under control. The Veteran, he's still buying Aghanims, even though it was very slightly nerfed. Still an incredibly potent Nyx Assassin spell.
Yeah.
It is a very sad Undying game. It is a very sad Undying game. He is just being destroyed by the anti-mage. His Aghanims are still... Whoa, we got an arena going in, but the arena doesn't actually land a kill. And Bay, he's going to blink in, get stunned, but the stun is not long enough. Even Jack taking the extra stun on the Lucent Beam talent. Anti-mage is going to be fine.
Every coin helps.
Not sure where the arena went, but it didn't seem to catch anybody. Royds does have the MKB. He's doing a fair bit of damage. But just doesn't really get the opportunity to do the damage is the problem. And look, Radiant just going wherever they want, taking towers. Another one gone. Yeah, I was going to say Undying's Aghanims is one of the most boring Aghanims in the game. It's the strength steal on decay goes from 4 to 10. It's good, but it does literally nothing else. It's not very creative, is it? I thought they'd do something cool with the Tombstone or Flesh Golem or something, but no.
I don't know, I can like it, to be honest.
Yeah, sometimes you like simple, do you think?
Yeah, I used to really like the Zeus, just increase damage.
More damage. Yeah.
I was
Instead of
fail, I
Nimbus.
felt it was a simple life.
Yeah, I played Zeus back then a lot as well. And they're just pushing through. That's tier 2 gone. All tier 2's down actually. Radiant already hitting the high ground. Bay does not care. Mantas. He's got counterspell if he needs it. He's lost 20 strength
Dying,
now.
that should be very annoying. Look, he's already lost 20 strength.
Yeah, but look at the tower. It's lost over... What is that percentage? Can you alt-click again? Nope, caster still lost the ability to alt-click. Which is quite irritating. I don't know why our ability went away.
Let's say 35% maybe?
It's a lot of damage, yeah. That goes back to defend.
46%.
That has a BKB. That went phase boots actually, which is quite interesting. You don't see that too often on the Wind Ranger. But Veteran, he's caught out in the mid lane, and JCA starts channeling his beam, but it doesn't matter. He's going to be taken down anyway. And we get Tim. There's the stun. He BKB TPs. He's like not going to risk it. Woo, takes a lot of damage on roids. But he's going to be okay. Do you know why? He was not facing the right way when he TP'd. But I guess TPing to base does make you turn towards the base. Maybe he could have put Bulwark on. It doesn't really matter. Oh, yeah, Bulwark TP. Does that work?
The Radiant should really do something.
But they're attacking him, so... Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it still makes you lock face them.
Dire structures are
I
fortified.
know.
They immediately cuts the creep wave.
Smell it burn.
The Radiant have, well, Dire have no way of pushing. And Dying does steal a lot of strength. And Luna's still pretty good late game core. I just don't know if Luna can stand up to Anti-Mage. The Glaives are pretty good at clearing illusions, but he did not take the Moonglaive damage reduction talent. He's gone quite heavy onto Lucent Beam. But I guess you don't take the Eclipse cooldown, that's not very useful.
Yeah.
Not in comparison. And Global Lunar Blessing, it does give 35 damage to Lina, which eventually becomes 70 for free. But if you're near Lina in a team fight, Lina's already going to be getting the damage. It's not like Lunar Blessing doesn't have a big radius anyway. So the only reason you want Global Lunar Blessing is if you are farming while your team are fighting, or the other way around. It's just equipped to Titan Sliver. Veteran setting up for a stun. There's the stun. Tim goes in for the but immediate stun from Kinder. Great reaction. It doesn't matter because Jack is still in a lot of trouble. Does not have BKB. Immediately taken down. Kinder has had such good reactions this game, but it does not matter. I'm afraid they had the follow-up.
His hack's just not turning the game.
Yeah, maybe. Oh no, JCA is in a bit of trouble. Does have blind. Gonna blind the anti-mage. Did he go for the blind talent? No, he didn't. He went for move speed. But Nat is here. And Nat will pick up another kill. Radiant just so dominant this game. The power of the anti-mage. But I think this is anti-mage in any game, to be honest. He even went for Scardy. So he's, instead of going for a Basher Abyssal, he's going for very tanky.
I think as you saw there, look, the Dire team can't actually do anything when AM jumps on them, right? So that's why he doesn't necessarily need a Basher. He's not stopping them casting any spells because none of the spells affect him.
Yeah, maybe a good point. I mean, he has Counterspell, which is a 1.2 second defensive window where he can't be Lucent Beamed or hit by Ogre Magi. And then he pretty much just walks in and kills them.
Yeah.
I wonder what I would have done instead.
Lina's son, you obviously dodge with Manta.
Yes, you can do. Oh, nice fake cast by Kinder. Kinder playing so well this game. But it's a shame that you can just never get Ignite off without it being reflected back in your face. AM so good this game. And he's got Luskadu to just heal him up too. There goes Will-O-Wisp. But I think they're just going to hit it. No, they're not. Tim's going to drop the arena and the BKB. A lot of damage going up. Luskadu has been brought down, but so has Jack. Now Jack dead. That is bad. AM blinks in, but gets stunned for a long time. Hit by Laguna Blade. But is he going to die? Gets stunned again. Is it a follow-up damage? One right click. Yes, he is actually going to go down. That is an anti-mage kill. Tim, 1 HP. Manages to blink out. I think that was just Bay staying too long. It was a mistake that killed him rather than, you know,
Did his
anything
Aegis run
else.
out?
Yes, he lost the Aegis. Maybe he still thought he had it. But it had expired about 2 minutes prior. So, well, there you go. He just was a little bit too greedy. But that's fine. He's still in a great position. He has Elven Tunic and has the gold for a full Butterfly.
They did it all buy back, so if they hadn't bought back, he would have been okay, I think.
That's true, but that is Jack and Royd's buyback. So 14,000 gold lead on the Radiant. The gold lead is pretty much just endlessly been building. And now even Nat is second on net worth, ahead of both the Luna and the Lina. Building a Daedalus of his own. Went BKB Blink Dagger. He seems to like Blink more than he likes Ags on Windrunner. I know Windranger. I know the Aghanim's effect got changed, so it gives free evasion the whole time. which I don't think is particularly good. The old uncapped moves he was better, but I do
yeah.
like double wind run. But maybe that's not really worth it. So he thinks, nah, get the blink dagger so I can get onto the target I need, get the BKB, and then start going damage. I think maybe that makes more sense. It's a very old school build going phase boots as well. Because phase boots is quite a lot worse on range tiers than it is melee. I think I would have stuck brown boots, to be honest. But, I mean, he's only got 6 base armor. Maybe he wanted to go up to 10. Does make sense to me. I love Mindbreaker, though. What a good item that is.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't realise it gave 30% passive evasion. I feel like that's just annoying.
Well, yeah, I guess it means that even if she's not got wind run, she's still evading. But you're going to counter her wind run anyway, right? So if you have counter evasion, having more on wind run doesn't really matter. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit of a strange choice. Anti-mage now has Butterfly. Butterfly isn't the most seen item on AM, but it is still a pretty good item. The evasion's good for, against Luna because Luna does not have MKB. So Elven Tunic plus Butterfly is 46% evasion. That means nearly 50% of right clicks.
It's always hit though, right?
What always hits?
The bounce, the glaives.
Not sure, actually. That's a good point. But there's already an MKB on Lena, so Lena's not too worried. Lena's saying, no, I can hit through that, no problem. I actually think that he should still have gone for the Aghanim's build, yeah, because Aghanim's plus a bit of Spell Amp and a Refresher. Any stun on Anti-Mage, maybe a Scythe.
You saw how squishy AM really is.
Yeah, so Laguna, there you go. He just immediately counterspelled. He does get stunned. Does he have any follow-up stun? Yes, they pull him with Will-O-Wisp, but it's not enough. And Bay is absolutely okay. No, he gets stunned again. He needs to leave. Bay's just standing his ground, but he gets pulled in yet again. He gets stunned. Do they have enough follow-up? They're right-clicking. Yes, they do bring him down. I think it's just the greed. He could have got out there in Radiant. They're now losing Tim. Somewhat did not go down. 4,000 HP because he's stolen so much in Veteran. He's used himself in the burrow, which I think is quite amusing. And he is an absolute pain to take down, as always.
He took the earth up with him as he burrowed.
Yeah, which makes no sense. But Nat trying to do a little bit of sneaky backdooring. Guess what? He did actually get it. Both sets of racks. And now he's going to try and do a blink TP. And he will actually get out. Lucent Beam, not quite enough range. No Ag Shard, so can't target the floor. So yeah, took some racks.
Honestly, I think that Undying Axe is doing work.
It is, but an Anti-Mage died, but is it worth it? Were 2 lanes of racks taken? I can't actually remember.
No, I don't think so. I think there was just 1 Rax.
But that's pretty good for the Radiant, because now there's 1 set of racks left. Anti-Mage, look, Bay probably shouldn't. Well, not probably. Absolutely should not be worried about dying. Look how high his net worth is compared to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
He could sell those items in his backpack, though.
Yeah, probably.
Save them up.
I mean, he's going for BKB on the Anti-Mage, which I think makes sense.
Maybe when he needs a bit more int, he puts in his Iron Branch.
Yeah.
For
the mana.
Axe.
Paladin Sword gives spell life, so I remember that change. Still, I don't find Paladin Sword's actually that good unless you're a really lifesteal dependent hero. What is he going for? Cast range on Blink, not bigger Mana Void. I mean, Mana Void already does 1.1 damage. I think 1.2 barely is anything. Whereas 250 Blink cast range is incredible. Makes it more than a Blink Dagger. Great for chasing. Great for escaping. Is he still the highest level in the game? Yes, but quite close behind. Jack has showed that he can stand up to an Anti-Mage and right-click pretty hard when he's got the BKB up. But BKB still 8 seconds for Jack as well. And he's going for an MKB. He spotted the evasion. He realizes, right, I did kill the Anti-Mage even though he had all the evasion, but it's time to counter it. But Bay's just saying, well, I'm going to take Roche because you guys are snoozing.
It's not just for AM as well.
Wind Ranger too, yeah, good point. But then they've got Mars. Mars is good against Luna because if he pops Bulwark, he can take a lot of damage from his team.
That's true. I don't really see many Marses using Bulwark.
Yeah, but that what separates a mediocre Mars who can just press RQ and W from one who actually uses Bulwark to good effectiveness.
Press RQ and W and E.
Yeah, if you can press E and remember to use it, of course it means you can't right click. Big damage on Bay already. There's the stun. Do we have enough damage to kill him? Doesn't matter. He's got the Aegis. He's going to be fine. Nat trying to kill Royd. Nat actually deleting Royd. Royd's had to keep himself alive. And the wind gush actually pushed him out of the arena, which may have been a bit of a mistake. Royce is going to escape, but Jack just holding his ground. Anti-Mage just had to run, die, win another team fight. That's absolutely incredible. And now Nat running away. Few chase attempts.
Ranger Shard goes through BKB, doesn't it?
Does it? Wow, let's have a look at that replay, because this was really interesting. Roche was taken. And it looked like Radiant were, you know, in the position to win this. They picked up the Ag Shard. They do big damage to Bay, but Bay still doesn't die. Tombstone goes up. And Roy's taking a lot of damage from that. Has to Yules himself. But the Radiant team are just all over the place. The thing is, the Dire team are close by. And Jack actually surprisingly does so much damage. I guess maybe it shouldn't be that surprising that Luna can hit that hard. But the Radiant team scattered. The Dire stayed as a unit. And that's why the Dire won that team fight.
Also got nice. I feel like because they went on AM blinked out, so he was out of the fight for 5 seconds. But he also picked off Nyx.
Oh, the kill just happened. Nat picked up a kill on Roids. That's a really important kill though. Because Roids is quite high up on the net worth. But they didn't kill Anti-Mage. He's still got the Aegis. He's now got a BKB as well. And he's approaching level 25. But so is Jack. His level 25 can be more Lunar Blessing damage. So that's a free 35 damage or a few mini stuns. I think he may be tempted to take the mini stun. Because they need a little bit more crowd control. I'm surprised no one is rushing a Scythe of Vice. Because I feel like a bit more lockdown for the AM. I think maybe I'd like to see that on the Kotl instead of Blink Dagger and Glimmer Cape and Travels and all this other random stuff.
Blink Dagger.
After the other stuff that Kotl's building, I would have liked to have seen a Scythe of Vice rush to have it up by around 35, 40 minutes so he can lock down the AM. He gets more cast range, right, when he uses Spirit Form, a lot more. So he can Scythe very safely. He's also basically haste move speed. Yeah, 375 cast range.
I didn't know that.
Which means you can use item well, and now you do.
Wow.
So small comeback from the Dire, but I'm not sure if it's enough.
I think just Luna out late game saying.
Maybe. I think Luna has the potential to kill everyone at the same time, whereas Anti-Mage has to focus on one target. And when Luna gets level 27, she'll get the Moonglaive damage reduction talent. Also has the Monkey King bar now. So this is going to give her a big damage boost. It's 40 damage, 35 attack speed, and 80% chance to do 70 damage. And that damage pierces through the evasion. So AM losing the big benefit of Butterfly. Also, Bloodlust. There's a talent for Bloodlust, more attack speed. That comes up at level 20. So that's 85 attack speed that you're giving the Luna. Also, you're giving the Lena. So it's a lot of attack speed for your team. But Royd's actually going for Aeon Disc because he is just fed up of being killed by Nat. He's also a bit of a terror and is now going for Ags. I think this is an interesting time to consider Ags on that. But I wonder what else you do. Gleipnir for the lockdown, not really useful because the key targets have BKB. I probably would be thinking about a Scythe of Ice.
You think so?
Yeah, because Blink Scythe. Oh, Witch Bane for the Anti-Mage. AoE Purge, I'm not sure how much he needs it, but probably Anti-Mage doesn't need another 4%. I mean, that literally doubles the effectiveness of Mana Break from 4 to 8%, not including the 64 damage, of course. Every hero can become Anti-Mage with that item. It's AoE Dispel, which makes the item so good, but you don't have a lot to dispel. I guess Ignite and maybe Blind. He's got Manta anyway. And he has a Penta-Edge sword. I think it's better. Not a lot left for Anti-Mage to buy. He does have his Axe Shard as well, which gives this...
what Wind Ranger could go. He's got a Hex Cuda now.
No, he does. Okay, yeah, I like that. Didn't go Axe. So see, he heard me on cast, and he realised that Hex is better than Aghanim's. Well done, Nut. We agree. Now, Anti-Mage new Axe Shard is amazing. Oh, here we go. Tim engaged. Nice BKB from Royce, but Dunward taking a lot of damage. Someone going to get immediately brought down. Jack, he's taking so much damage just from the Death Ward. Death Ward is just killing him, murdering him. Noose Kadu, the hero, who gets the kill. Tim is going to go down, and Dire are throwing their buybacks very quickly. Bay, though, is just going to escape. The Veteran's just hiding inside the base. Unfortunately, he was found, and does stun basically the entire enemy team, but massive damage coming out from Kinder.
We do get 2 kills. Aegis was worn off.
Okay.
There was a buyback from Jackass and someone.
Yeah, the double buyback definitely hurting them. Now they're running with smoke. They are absolutely pelting it down. And now they've seen the enemy, but Roy, he's then taking a lot of damage. Just immediately gets blown up. They didn't expect the 5 versus 3 to result in him getting killed so quickly. Do we have a chance to go on Nat? No, he's just going to push the enemy team away. Look at the size of that. It's like the whole map. I'm zoomed out as far as you can. I mean, it doesn't last very long, does it? 3 seconds, but still.
That's actually a good use of it. I feel like it's hard to think about when it would actually be a good spell, but
Yeah, it's got some potential, but think about Witchbane on Wind Ranger. 4% of your mana burned every single attack that you get hit from Focus Fire.
I don't think it burns mana. It just
Oh,
deals
damage.
extra
Okay, but damage. That's a lot of damage, right? Oh, Aesthetics Cap. Very,
I don't know.
very
Who's
nice.
Wind Ranger gonna go on? Lena maybe. So what's 4%? of
Lena's actually got a surprisingly low amount of mana.
64 damage.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's true. Pentaed Sword gives 45. This does come with an AoE Dispel on a fairly low cooldown.
Is it around the hero?
Yeah. 300 radius, so it's pretty small range. But if you're a melee hero, you can spell, like, very good against Omni Knight, for example.
The kill illusions.
No, it does 500 bonus damage to illusions, I think, but it's undocumented.
Okay, because you could maybe run up to Lunar Illusions and just press cleanse.
Maybe. He has Scythe of Ice now, which does destroy illusions. And we know Scythe is such a good item. Blink in, Scythe, big damage. Follow it up with a Shackle Shot. Which he didn't go Shackle Shot duration, but it still is 3.8 seconds. Ridiculously powerful lockdown on the Shackle Shot.
There's a full stop in Focus Fire kills advances cooldowns by 20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't really know about that one. Because Focus Fire's cooldown is 30 seconds. Which means if you take it, then I guess it says 10 seconds after a kill. If you get the kill with it. But then you don't have it immediately up. You're still going to have to wait like 5 seconds. But Windrun Invisibility, I guess when you're diving their base, there's no point. But
if you have Octarine as well.
Yeah, but I don't think you go Octarine on Wind Ranger that much. You're just trying to get damage at that point.
Bounty.
The smoked up in base. Kotal is running around warding.
Yeah, making the
Go
most
back
of
this
it.
Kotal build.
Yeah, Aghanim's rush is fine. But I really wanted to see...
Uh-oh. He's going to blink on him. What?
No, JC got away. He blinks. He uses his
He's
ult.
good.
He's at 550 move speed, but she basically was anyway. Look how fast this hero is.
No.
But Nat says
Yeah.
goodbye and kills him in about 2 seconds. Kotal was still so fast, but it doesn't matter. He still
That
goes
was funny,
down.
actually.
It was funny. He does have buyback,
Dire's top tower is
and Radiant are looking to go in now. Because the Dire, they're not all around. Jack isn't there. He's farming.
I'm not
Does go
running.
for the investing damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Good for Kinder. They're just pushing the enemy team away. We say, well, we're taking your tower.
Dire's top tower
And
has
Bay just throws up the counter spell. He has lost 20 strength, which is quite nice. Veteran, putting himself in a nice position. They immediately dust him, but he gets the stun out.
Nice.
Bay goes in, but Roids does have the Aeon Disc. The Aeon Disc is going to go. He gets glimmered. Used himself, but look at the arena. Jack, he's going to go down. That's a massive kill. Jack does not have buyback. Someone is just being chopped to death by Bay. Steals a lot of strength. He has 6,000 HP, but it doesn't matter. The tombstone is going to go down. And that is finally the GG. No buyback on those two heroes. And finally, the game is over. A few more kills. Massive range on that spear. And JCA, he's enjoying being the fastest person alive, but I'm afraid the malady is going to tick him down. Yeah, not going to escape. Luskity, really potent Witch Doctor. I know he doesn't have the highest score this game. That would, of course, be Bay. But also the Wind Ranger, who did not die the entire time. But actually, I think the supports did so much work on the Radiant team.
Yeah. Maybe well.
That's going to be GG. It's an
Yeah,
anti-mage
game
victory.
advantage.
Yeah, the anti-mage just basically ran away with the game. And it was nice that Dire managed to hold their own enough to win a few team fights, but I don't think they were really ever going to stop this AM, and I don't think they itemized against him properly. When there's an AM, you need to get some lockdown. They have the damage to kill him, but not the lockdown. But they didn't get the lockdown. And so he killed everybody.
Yeah, I think I feel like the bot game was really, the bot lane was kind of decided the game. I felt.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I think Morbo is replacing you now.
Is he? And what are you off